old sunny Marble Bar, Australia's hottest town. Now, there's a lot of history in this town, especially with the big camels, so we're heading in today to go and have a look at a bit of that. It's a spot where the old Afghans were, one of the last spots to be used in Australia, and also this is a town where H.M. Barker had his station not far from here, from that famous book Camels in the Outback. It's a lot of history, so we're going in today, bags up there, we're going to go and do our washing, so let's go. Walk up, boys. Well, that was interesting. Coming to town, went down the old Marble Bar school and met up with all the kids. That's the old Marble Bar school behind us there. So we're just going for a cruise around town today, a little bit like the old days, you know, the Afghans, except we're walking on bitumen at the moment. We're heading down now to main town and go and introduce Munji Miss Black to main downtown Marble Bar. It's a pretty cool pub, this one, the Ironclad. Just having a can of Coke. We don't want to get too carried away in town out here. Anyway, good little spot, the Ironclad. Well, that's cool. That's a day out there in the Ironclad. The old pub behind us. The old Munji's a bit of a hit. Couldn't take him in the pub. The old veranda's a little bit too short, so we left him out the front. Good little spot. Going to go up now and check out this old historical building, police station. Sort of wonder how many of the old camel teams would have done exactly this track back in the day. So we're sort of walking with ghosts here, a bit of history. Feels pretty cool. And Marble Bar has certainly been receptive to these guys cruising through town here. But anyway, good feeling. I love this history stuff. And certainly walking through main town Marble Bar with the camels. There's such a big history with camels here. You really get a sense of what it was like. So even though we've only got a tiny load, that's our washing on the back. That's what we've come to town for, to do our washing. It's a bit like the old days. We're just cruising with the camels. Anyway, Marble Bar. This is a little bit of an interesting place here. I've got a little bit of history here with camels. Back in 1997, when I was out mustering camels, I ended up in this place here. Stand there, big fella. I've got a little funny story about that one. But anyway, we'll check this place out. Really interesting place. Now the story here, the Marble Bar police station. So back in 97, we were out here chasing camels. We're mustering them. all the stations around Marble Bar. Now one day, me and my mate Colin Hyatt, you know who you are, we were sent out to a station to go and trap the camel, okay, but we were sent to the wrong station. And we got out there, and through the bush comes this four-wheel drive ocker, a police one. And we're waving to them, how you going? Bang, next thing we're in the back. We're taken back here to the Marble Bar police station. We're put inside for camel rustling. Okay, we were sent to the wrong station. And while we're in there, the boss turns up. We won't mention any names. The boss turns up and he's telling the sergeant, we're over with the muster, it's all finished. Okay, so we were let out. Meanwhile, during this time, while he's inside talking to the sergeant, helicopter flying all the way down the main street of Marble Bar. And just out here over there was the old helipad. Down lands the helicopter, right? The sergeant comes running out, what are you doing, what are you doing? And the chopper pilot said, I'm waiting for that camel muster, been waiting all morning. And that's when me and Colin slipped over the back of the hill, disappeared, because we thought we were going to be hung for camel rustling. Turns out everything's all right. We thought we'd just come back here, bring the camels, a little bit of a slice of my camel history. Marble Bar. Only 28 degrees. This is a town here that in summertime it'll get over 50 degrees and it'll stay that way for a few weeks. So. The old general store. May as well get some supply anyway with them. Like the old days, hitch your camel up the front and in to get your stuff. Some of the old plaques in the early days. One particular one we come here to see, his name's Trickle Dick, known as Tricky Dicky. The old camel wagon bloke, teamster bloke. He's in the H.M. Barker book. He was known as one of the roughest camel team drivers back in the day. So anyway, Trickle Dick. Here he is, old Trickle Dick, 1935. Disappeared near Telfer. The camel teamster, known widely as Trickle Dick. He was a hermit. Well, these are classic old plaques from the people of the early days. There's so many out here. Like this fella here, Tob Michael. He died from a spear wound. Okay, there's more up here, pneumonia. Another one here that died of drowning. And there's some over here, died of shotgun wounds. But certainly there's a pretty wild history back in Marble Bar back in the day. And certainly if you stop here and look at these plaques for long enough, you're going to find some pretty interesting stories. Anyway, good on you, Treacle Dick. Here's another edgy swan, Julo and Richard. Here's one of the boundary riders on the old rabbit-proof fence. Over here, we've got Kelly Dames, who died from a gunshot wound. Here's another one, death caused by a gunshot wound to the head. So, pretty interesting to see. There's another one, accidentally killed. Rightio. Plenty of wild stories. Another gunshot wound to the head. Old Fossicker. Here's another one. Kulu Balding, a miner who died of thirst. Now thirst was a common one out here. People travelling around, this is some of the hardest, hottest country. Died of thirst would have been one of the most horrible ways to die ever known. Worse than a gunshot wound to the head. But anyway, so many stories here on the walls. Heart failures, death by appendicitis. Here's another one, a labourer who perished in the bush. Okay, this gives you an idea of what it would have been like back in the day. Certainly not going to happen these days and things like that. Hard, tough country, area around Marble Bar. Anyway, we'll leave these guys to their peace. Well, that's a day in downtown Marble Bar. Munji and Little Miss Black. Great little town, this one. All right, you mob, go home for dinner.